Alright, drawing a shadow right now. I'm trying to finish up these pencils today, hopefully. So we got the buildings back there. Try to get in here a little bit with some of this. Let's see here. Yeah. There we go. How's it going, Zon kids? Hope you're doing okay. All right. Let's see here. That gonna work on probably work on the pants a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the pants, the type of pants that they would have back then, on him. Something like that. Something like that for now. All right. So that's chill right there like that for now. All right, we got that. Got the cape back here kind of blown up like that. Probably going to work on this building now, and then basically I'm going to try to work top to bottom a little bit today. Let's see here. All right. Try to go ahead and do that. Just saw the new Doomsday trailer for Avengers. That looks pretty fun. I want to see what they do with Thor and Captain America and Doom in there. I always liked Doom. I always thought he was a cool character, and they never really get him right in the movies. Never can really do the character right, seems like. But yeah, looks like Robert Downey Jr. already nailed the voice. The voice sounds pretty cool. There's a lot of characters that I'm not a big fan of. I don't like really what Marvel did in the past, I don't know, 6 years or something. I don't like how they killed off all the characters. They should have kept Iron Man around. You know, all of them, I wouldn't have killed any of the characters off, actually. Who else? Oh, and then you lose Black Panther. Now it's his sister. I don't like that. They kind of killed off Captain America. I know they brought him back, but I would have never made Sam Wilson Captain America. That would never would have happened. I would have just kept him Falcon. I think he's better that way as a character. He's more like Batman or Punisher or Daredevil, you know. Would have had him just like that. And I would have, if anything, I would have changed him. I would have made him American Eagle. That's what his name would have been. Sam Wilson, American Eagle. And I would have given him his own profile and everything. Would have switched it up. Captain America is Steve Rogers, and Winter Soldier is Bucky Barnes, and Falcon is Sam Wilson. Just let the characters keep their names, you know. American Eagle would have been a sick name too. They could have done a lot with that. Let's see here. But he's back. We'll see what happens. It's a good learning opportunity for them to course correct. They've lost billions already from all their poor business decisions. Hopefully they'll course correct and fix stuff. If they're smart, they would just bring everybody back and start making some cool storylines. Now they have everybody. They got the X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Avengers. They got everybody. Start bringing in Blade, the Midnight Suns, Ghost Rider. Do a Midnight Suns movie. People would love that. Imagine that. Imagine a team with like Ghost Rider, Blade, the Punisher. I think that would be really cool. Is it Damian Hellstorm? I think that's his name. Could do a Werewolf by Night. Could be on there. A lot of opportunities still. A lot of fans too. I think they're trying to make a lot of time. They're trying to make the movies for the for Generation Z, and most of the fans are like they're Generation X, Generation Y, millennials. Those are the real people that like the OG shit. You got a couple boomers left too, but that's the target audience, and then everything that's after that, they should just be byproduct audience. I know some kids grew up with like the first Iron Man movie, and so, but still, like you have the hardcore OG fans. You gotta try to impress them as much as you can. Don't be killing off everybody all the time. Can't be doing that. You can kill characters off, just don't kill off the breadwinners, that's just stupid. You don't kill Iron Man, you don't kill Thor, you don't kill any of those guys. And if you do, you bring them back pretty quick. You take out their loved ones and stuff like that. That's how you make it's sad, With these movies, they're not TV shows. So you gotta pack a lot of story into 2 hours. So yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited to see what they do with the movies. I'm kind of ready for a reboot, to be honest. Reboot. But at the same time, I know when they reboot it, it's gonna get even worse. They're gonna do some stupid. It could always get worse. It could always get worse. Like, you think that's bad? You think that's woke? There's a lot more they could do, buddy. A lot more. Let's see here. Here. I'm gonna get some summer heat over here, man. It is hot. It is hot. Getting messages right now from my printer. I'm working on pre-press right now as well. Working on the pre-press. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I miss going to the movies and watching an Avengers movie every year. That was fun. When they were making them good. Like I liked the first four were pretty good. The third one got a little wacky. But yeah. So you can kind of get back to that, the first two Avengers were awesome. The first one was the best, second one was okay, but I mean, still, like if they get back to that kind of first two energy, I think they'll be good, man. Really good. Everything's always got to be like a cosmic level threat too. They don't have to always do that. But I don't know. I guess you kind of do when you're dealing with those crazy gods and stuff. But you could try to do something a little different. All right, let me start working on these little mausoleums over here. But yeah, like I wish they got a different actor for Doom. I wish they did it the right way, man. I really do. I want to see Doom in Fantastic Four movies. I want to see him kind of like the Joker. Then you could give him a movie where they fight him. Build him up a little more. And I didn't want Robert Downey Jr. to die either, man. I wanted him to stay with Iron Man forever, Yeah, make him stay Iron Man forever. Fuck it, who cares? I'll take these comic book movies. They're not going to last. You know what I mean? They're going to die out eventually, like they always would. Well, everyone knew that. Every genre dies. Every successful genre dies, but then it'll come back. Just like the Western and whatnot. superheroes have officially died. The genre's pretty dead now. Now I think we're going into the horror genre again. That's starting to get, obviously, right. We're in the horror realm now. Can we all admit that? With Backrooms and Obsession. I've always been there though. I've never left. I've always been a horror fan. It's like when I first, like, all my stuff has like a horror fringe to it. All my artwork. Always loved monsters and horror, and yeah. How's it going, Caldo? Thanks for stopping by. We're drawing the Shadow right now. Drawing some mausoleum, some crypts right now. Trying to do that. Let's see here. Do this right here, like that. Yeah. Did you see the new Doomsday trailer for the new Avengers? If you did, what did you think about it? Are you excited to go to the movies and watch it? Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, thanks for subbing, man. I appreciate that. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Happy Monday. Have you guys noticed we're getting a lot of like information now? Like movies that are coming out this summer, like the Avengers trailers dropping. A bunch of stuff's dropping right now. Bunch of information. If Marvel was smart, it's like, okay, what do we do now, right? We have Obsession and we have Backrooms. What do you do? If you make comic books, you're in the business of making comic movies, right? What do? You lean into the horror stuff. So now you start making, and you decrease the budget as much as possible, as much as you can, right? And you go for the characters that have very little budget. So you'd want to do like a Werewolf by Night movie. You'd want to do Man Thing, right? You'd want to do a Ghost Rider, Blade. You know what I'm saying? Those movies, you could get away with making those movies, and then you hire like a Guillermo del Toro to do it. Someone that could do it for like $50 million. Like, look what he did with Blade 2. He made, and Stephen Norrington. Look what Norrington did with Blade, and what Guillermo del Toro did with Blade 2. They made those movies on the shoestring budgets. I'm not saying that you could. It will be more expensive now. But yeah, you want to hire people like that make horror movies and do the superhero stuff. Yeah, so definitely they really need to expand on their horror stuff, and get when people have less money, they get more creative because they're caused to get uncomfortable, and they have to get creative because their budget is so tight. And then they end up making some really good decisions. The movies really do take on a life of their own. So that's what Marvel needs to do. That's what DC needs to do. I think Gunn kind of saw that. That's why he did the Clayface movie. That was a good decision. I have a feeling that movie's it's gonna do pretty good. And the thing is, with horror, you're supposed to make it kind of cheap. So you want to find these characters that are kind of cheap, But you need to have money, a little bit of money. You don't need Iron Man, Thor money, But you do need some money to make these movies. Like for Ghost Rider, it's going to cost a little bit. Spawn, the Spawn movie's finally kicking off. Now is actually the perfect time for the Spawn movie to come out because horror is kicking in. You got to find a way to do it. Then you bring the horror over to the main line as well. So like pretty much every probably 4 years you make an Avengers movie. You got to make like a big event movie, That's how we do it. Same thing with the X-Men. You probably do that every few years too. Fantastic Four, there's only 4 of them, so you know. But X-Men's freaking huge. That's a big team. That's a big team. The X-Men kind of, I don't know. It is hard to say though. It is hard to say because now you have X-Men and Avengers together. So the Avengers kind of is, you know, the big thing now. So you kind of do need to keep them all in the same movie style. But you could still do both. You could do Avengers and an Avengers event movie and X-Men and have them come in and yada yada. So that's what people like, man. They like it. They like the Avengers and they like the X-Men. You know, I don't know if they're gonna make a new. I don't think they're gonna. Everyone says they're gonna reboot everything. I don't think they are. I don't. Why would they reboot everything? They already did. They already did reboot the X-Men. They already hired in all the young actors. Remember, they got Fassbender and James McAvoy, and the only one they kept around was Hugh Jackman, and he even said, "I'm not going to stop playing Wolverine." Like in a recent interview, he's going to keep playing Wolverine forever. And it would be a bad decision on his part if he gave up the role. There's really no reason to. He's in great shape, and I think he always looks. He's always working out and take care of himself. He's a great Wolverine. I know he's not comic accurate, but his face is there. He knows the product. You know, it's not a big deal. Is it really that big of a deal? Not really. Not really. It would be cool to get a smaller guy, but it's not really that big of a deal. Just like Cyclops being taller than Wolverine isn't that big of a deal. Oh, did you guys see the new Cyclops costume? Man, he looked cool, dude. He had the comic accurate version. That was awesome. Let's see here. Put some of these on the buildings. Put some of that. Yeah, it's pretty hot today. They got people ripping up my internet right now. It's like, out of all the days of the year, you picked the hottest day to start digging up the ground. It's pretty wild. Go out there and these guys are going to get heat stroke out there. There's like really nothing wrong with the internet either. I don't know why they're upgrading it. They upgrade the internet over in my town like every 5 years. It's wild. Yeah, and I guess Chris Hemsworth's making an Extraction 3. I don't know if you guys seen the Extraction movies. They're on Netflix. They are freaking awesome. They are like, if you want to watch like a badass, like kind of old school action movie with tons of fight scenes and just like a really good blend of like gunfights and hand-to-hand combat and all that stuff, chase sequences, watch Extraction 1 and 2. I highly recommend those movies. Also the one with Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. That's another kind of old school, like, you know, 80s style action movie. I recommend Wrecking Crew as well. That one was really good. Yeah, I love me some action movies. And I mean like fight choreography. It's got to have the fights, man. It's got to have a little bit of the gunfights. It's got to have the car chases, all that shit. Sisu was great too. I don't know if you guys seen Sisu. Sisu Part 2. That one was really good as well. The revenge flick. Yeah. I guess Spider-Man comes out on Friday maybe. I am looking forward to Spider-Man. It looks like it's. I actually liked the last Spider-Man movie. I finally watched it. It took like 4 years for me to watch it maybe. But you know, felt like I didn't really miss anything. With all the other Spider-Man. It was pretty good, though. I think it was for sure the best one out of all of them. I think the Spider-Man movies are getting better with the one with Holland. I think they're getting better with age as each one comes out. And if that dude's smart, he will hold on. He will hold on to that role. You know. Whenever you got something, whenever you find something like you got a good thing going, do not get rid of it. You know, especially in Hollywood. That's what like Sylvester Stallone was saying. You know, he had two. He had Rocky and he had Rambo, and now they got that movie coming out about the whole like Rocky, the Rocky, how Rocky was made, I play Rocky. I think that's the name of the movie. It looks great. So like Hugh Jackman, like all those guys, man, you get a role, you hold on to that shit. You don't trade it in for nothing. It's true. It's true. It's true. Remember Kurt Angle? It's true. Used to say that all the time, man. People used to hate that. The wrestlers used to troll them. It's true. It's true. Good stuff. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm thinking I'm going to make some zombie gangsters right here. Should be pretty cool, I think. That'll be fun. Hey, what's up, Caldo? How you doing? All right. Let's put a little shade on this real quick. Coming up with some ways to do it. I'll be surprised if they make a Dark Knight Returns movie. If you guys are familiar with that. But I've seen like they had a tour thing with Frank Miller talking to Zack Snyder about the Dark Knight Returns, maybe. They covered a lot of that in Batman versus Superman, but there's a whole lot of stuff that they didn't. So, yeah, that movie would do pretty good, I think. All right, got that. Let's see here. Who's only we? We're only two. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I look up and sometimes it's like right now it says 7, then it's 5. The numbers are always changing. Hey, how's it going, Lek? How you doing, man? Did you see that new Avengers trailer? There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks okay. Yeah. I want to just check out, Thor and hopefully, do a little course correction. Ideally, I think that would be cool. Hey, what's up, Drawn Sword? How you doing, man? Long time no see, brother. After the Infinity Stones? Yeah. I just want to see like a proper Doom, I want to see a proper Doom, I guess. They never do them right. It's like never. go. Drawing a little bit of the shadow today. The shadow nose. Let's see here. Let's see, wish they would just recast them all. Bond does it, and people stop complaining almost immediately after release. They still hate the Zombie though. Yeah, if they were to do it a lot, like people wouldn't really notice, you know. I would probably reboot it, you know. I have a good one, Caldo. Whatchamacallit, yeah, I mean, right now I think it'd be a good time to reboot it, you know. I don't think they will though. I don't think they will. Yeah, they're always trying to milk it for everything. Oh, you say good day in New Zealand. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right. Especially with all the new actors, and then they can kind of bring some new contracts in and really lock them into a bunch of movies. Movies cost too much money to make too. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, Australian dad mate. So you don't need to reboot. Just do it like soap operas. The role of Captain America is now being played by whoever. Just move on. That's true. Just keep the story going. Is that what you're saying? And make it kind of episodic, like a soap opera. I could see that. 100%. Like, just keep it going like the comics is what you're saying, right? I think that'd be a good idea. That'd be pretty cool. Oops. The lore is the lore. If pencilers can give different looks to characters and everyone is fine with it, then why can't we sub in some generic beefy blonde dude to play Cap? Yeah, you know, they might do that. Especially now with, like, you see what happened to Ryan Hurst? Fuck. From the God of War show. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be out for 6 months. And they're like, oh, all right, you're fired. Let's go refilm the first 4 episodes again with the new actor. Like, they're doing that now. That's wild. That's wild, man. I wonder who's going to play Kratos. I'm really interested in that. Who's going to get the Kratos? It's the characters, not the actors that are drawn. What did you think of Daniel Warren Johnson's trailer for Chain Kata? I haven't seen it, man. I've kind of seen some pictures of it. What does it look? Does it look pretty good or what? I've been watching a lot of the Dead Gods videos you recommended. Those have been really good. That guy's on point. That Matt Rhodes. Yeah. I try not to binge through all those videos. That's some good watching right there. Those Dead God videos, those concepts. Definitely want to pick that book up when he puts it out. Makes you really think about everything when you're world building, you know? I haven't been doing much world building lately. I've been I'm in pre-press right now for Hell War. I'm literally just talking to the printer right now. She just texted me. I got to fix one of the pages. So you guys still got time. So one of the sound effects was up in the spine. Yeah. So you got to fix this. I'm like, all right, I'll fix it. Can I have it for you tomorrow? Let's see here. Didn't Game of Thrones have 3 different mountains? And yeah, they did. I think, dude, for sure. 2 or 3 Darios. No one cared. Yeah, I don't care really, dude. And the thing is, Marvel did it in the beginning, bro. They did it with Rhodey, and they did it with Banner, right? They were different actors. They got replaced, right? And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, we can't replace Chadwick Boseman. You know, we can't replace whoever. You know, they really fucked up. And I don't like. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. He can easily nail Doom. Like I think he sounds great in the trailer. But like, why, dude? Why? You know, I mean, they could bring in a new actor to play a new Tony Stark. I mean, that's one way you could do it. I wouldn't really get mad about that if they bring in a Tony Stark from another dimension. That's kind of the same, right? And then just have RDJ play fucking Doom. I mean, it's kind of stupid, but fucking. I mean, okay, I kind of wouldn't mind that. I just hope they don't do a switch and say, "Oh, I'm Dr. Doom, but I'm actually Tony Stark right here. It's me. You wanted it, you got it. Here I am, Tony Stark." It's like, nah, dude, don't do that. Let's see here. Drawing some graphics. The art's cool for Chenkata. Nothing about the story yet, just a teaser trailer. Oh, okay, cool. Dead Gods is inspiring. The way that guy develops things, true addictive videos. Yeah, that's why I try not to watch them all at once. I try to kind of limit them. I started watching them a few weeks ago, and then I'll watch a few a week, and then I'm like, all right, because I'm starting to catch up to where he's dropping them. You know, so cool though. You know, and I'm like, I'm really thinking now too, like, what do I want to? What story do I really want to tell next? You know, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do my barbarian stuff. You know, we don't have that much time on this planet, so you really got to be picky and choosy on what you do, especially if you kind of get into comic books late, and you're kind of slowly like kind of learning how to tell a story. Like you could kind of tell a story, people could kind of read it. I'm not a good storyteller, but I think people could kind of get through the story a little bit. So I wish I had really jumped on this stuff when I was like 18, man, and just stayed with it. It's one of my regrets in life. If I could go back in time, man, I would totally have like gotten a real estate. I would have gotten a real estate. I would have taken some business licenses or a business course. Got a business degree. Got all that stuff, man. And I also would have taken some classes on the stock market. I don't know none of that. I think if I would have like went to school for those 3 things, I think I would have been in a better place right now, and I could kind of just have real estate and make my comic books. You know, I kind of want with like the cliche stuff now, man. I was talking to my daughter. I'm like, what would be the coolest coolest way to spend every summer, right? And I'm like, a pool, man. If you have a pool, you could literally have like a party in your backyard every day. You know, it's like that's what I want. I want a pool and a jacuzzi and a freaking a barbecue right outside. You know, and you could be a party by yourself, or you could have people over. And you know, if I want to grill some steak or some swordfish or some salmon or some chicken or pork chops, I could do that. So that's what I want, man. I want a pool and a jacuzzi and a barbecue. Yeah. Notice most people I know too, they don't really want much. They just want to be able to like, you know, have a nice house, maybe a pool, jacuzzi, take vacations, maybe once or twice a year. And that is a lot, but it's not a lot, I don't think. It's hard to get. Where I agree, the older you get, long hours is hard for the energy levels. They are, man. But I have several stories to get to, and I draw. Yeah, exactly, man. So I'm kind of like, maybe I should really get a little more conservative about what I really, really like have to put out there. You know what I mean? Because there's stuff I want to do, but I have to really think like, does this story have to be told? Can you die without this story, or are you dying to put this out? You know? It's like, okay. So right now I'm in pre-press for Hell War. That's coming out. Everything's on schedule, and then I'm working on the Puritania with my buddy Brian, and then that I'm going to be working on for a few years probably. And then I'm doing the Crom books, so a lot of my next stuff's coming out in a few years. But after that, I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm going to be just keep building up my sword and sorcery stuff. I feel it could be pretty cool. And I'm just thinking, like, how can I make this fun for me and fun for people to look at and read? Because everything's kind of been done. So just trying to think about what I really love and what can I go to the grave with, saying like, yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, it was kind of cliche, but it was dope. You know, like I liked it. I like monsters. I like barbarians and sword and sorcery. I like monsters too a lot. I think like werewolves are cool and vampires, that type of shit. I like the classic monsters, you know. Like dark fantasy. Like how can I wing all that? Can I get that going? Can I write a story? You know, it doesn't have to be that much groundbreaking. It just has to look cool, be cool, and people have to be entertained by it. That's it. That's all I got to do. Look cool, be fun for me. You know, not reinvent the wheel. But even that's a challenge, man. But yeah, that's one thing. Never put a date on anything unless you're like almost done. Can't stress that enough. Oh yeah. Let's see here. So you're gonna focus on the one with Brian and do your primitive barbarian one? Yeah. I'm focused on the one with Brian. I don't know when that's gonna come out, and I'm doing the King Cole story. So King Cole, I'm not exactly sure how many chapters it's gonna be. Just kind of goes with like the way I'm like feeling artistically, you know. Like I could probably milk it out into 6 chapters if I wanted, maybe 5 chapters, but I'm not. I kind of want to do like 3 or 4 maybe. And then after that, that's when I kind of want to just, you know, kind of venture off into my own stuff. But King Crom. I keep saying King Cole. King Crom, that's like my practice. That's a good practice book for me to practice my sword and sorcery, I think. My storytelling and whatnot. So that way, like when the time comes for me to do my stuff, I'll have a little bit of like experience doing it. Like better than nothing, you know. Yeah, I meant King Crom. I'm sorry. I'm horrible. Yeah, it's gonna be called King Crom. Well, I'll save the title for a little bit. I'll wait till I get the first book out. But I got the first chapter done. It's already written. I just have to put the letters in there. So the line art's done. The pencils and inks. Chapter 1's done, and I started on chapter 2. I'm on page 2 of chapter 2 already. So that's going to be good. So right now I'm right on schedule with that too. Maybe a tiny little bit ahead of schedule on that. So that's cool. And I'm not like reinventing the wheel with that story either. It's just kind of a basic kind of cliche story, but it's fun for me, and hopefully I get to do stuff artistically I want to do, and hopefully people will find it a little bit entertaining. There's that. Boom, boom. I've been really thinking about going digital too, man. Just because, like, could do a lot of work, but nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. There's always that thought, always bring it up to the digital topic. Going digital. Are you guys excited for the hunt for Gollum? Are you guys just like bugger that? I'm gonna be real with you guys. All right, I fucking love Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings universe, and I'll take whatever slop he throws my way. I'll lop it up, dude. I love that universe, man. I love the Hobbit movies, so I'll take whatever I can get. I really will, even if it's ass. And in the movies, it doesn't have to be a big epic story either. It could just be like a mission they go on, like a Rogue One type movie in Middle Earth. I'm fucking cool with that, dude. It's like it can just be one movie. We all know what's gonna happen. Very cool. Hopefully, you're in Crom Anthology 2 or 3. I'm probably gonna be in 3. I'm thinking probably gonna be in 3. I went with the OG Crom hair. That part that he does, that part in his hair. I will say it like I gave him like the long whole. He's like, because he's an older Crom. He's like in his 50s, maybe early 60s. I don't know. He looks older. Like think like Rafe Fiennes in The Return, the Odysseus, that one. He's kind of like that. Yeah, and I gave him that. I think that's kind of a iconoclastic with him. That weird part in his hair that's up on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think that'd be kind of cool. I was gonna give him a bald head, dude. I was gonna make him shave his head, like bick his hair, because some shit happens to him in the story where he's just like, I'm going full primal mode. Like I ain't fucking around. Get this hair out of my face. I'm gonna chop it off because I forgot where I read, but like Conan just like supposedly just kind of cuts his hair like with his sword. And that's why it's all kind of square cut mane. He trying to make it look pretty. Hunt for Gollum. What a waste. No high stakes. Peter should do something from the Unfinished Tales. That's metal. Oh yeah, I think he is, as far as the Silmarillion, if that's what you're implying. I would love to see like Sauron fighting the Hound on Werewolf Island. That's metal. And then Ungoliant versus what is it, Morgoth. That's fucking metal too. I know he is trying to go out. He is trying to get the Silmarillion, but Tolkien's son doesn't want him to touch it. I guess that's what he was saying. So yeah, it's horrible. I think it would have been cool if they. One thing is, I think he's doing it just like, fuck it. If Amazon's going to do it, Bezos is going to do it, I might as well go after it. I was going to leave it alone. Plus, it's a big sack of money. He's going to get a bunch of money, right? He'll get a big old paycheck. So there's also that. But part of me is just like on a side topic, like, why don't you just do Elric, bro? Like, go to Warner Brothers, pitch Elric. That's something fresh. I think people will really dig it. Have a way to work on that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. But then they dropped some more Lord of the Rings or stuff for Amazon today. They're showing the new Sauron, his new look. He's gonna be making the ring in the new one, I guess. I did watch. Was it Rings of Power? I watched both seasons, and I found it woke and boring. The second season, I liked it a little more, even though it was ass. Some of the stuff was kind of entertaining. Would have been better if Peter Jackson did it, but I'm not a full like Lord of the Rings stan or Tolkien stan, So I don't know. I don't remember all the stuff. But yeah. So he's doing 2 of those movies. Let's see here. Yeah, they don't really have a big Tolkien section at the Barnes and Noble out here. They don't have any Howard, no Moorcock, no Burroughs. They really just kind of dissected. They really like surgically got rid of all of the fantasy writers from modern bookstores. It's pretty sad. They really don't want that out there. Pretty sad. Let's see. All right. So I'll start drawing this guy right here. Yeah. Sword and sorcery books don't even come up on a search on Amazon. You have to know of one. Yeah, it's fucking sucks, dude. I wanted to read the Kane books, man. I was gonna try to get Bloodstone, but they have that out there, but it's like $90 US. Kind of expensive right now. Yeah, Peter Jackson's kind of weird now. He's got what a Stephen Colbert on there now. I think he's writing one of the movies or some shit. Like, ah, man. I know Colbert was in The Hobbit, and so is Jack Black. I know they're Tolkien fans, but I just don't. I don't know. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Mask? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Hope everything is good with you. Drawing some shadow right now. Drawing a little bit of mobsters. Trying to, anyways. Try to make him a little more zombified. So hot today. Man. So we got Doomsday coming out. I'm gonna go watch that. I will go watch that. Did any of you guys see Troy? I think Lex seen Troy already. Or not Troy, I keep getting these things mixed up. The Odyssey. Anybody go see the Odyssey yet? Been hearing mixed reviews about that. We'll be right back. Anybody go see the Odyssey? Or was it too odd to see? All right. Okay. Oh, you got past the Canada wildfire, huh? Sorry to hear about that, man. Oh, we're just now getting summer over here in Southern California. Out here in Bellflower. Might have him draw a little, point a little gun up at him. Blast his ass. Go about an hour. I'm gonna go about another hour, guys. Trying to this piece has got a lot of stuff going on, so it's taking me longer. So I wanted to get with this. I wanted to have the shadow kind of scary. I was gonna make these like dead cowboys. I thought, it's too much like my other book. Too much like Butch Cleaver. Yeah. Got this new eraser off TikToker for I think I got it for $10. I noticed a lot of stuff on there is like $10 to $13. And if you wait, man, the prices go down too. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. My buddy Preston's been telling me to get one of these electric erasers for a minute, but I never got onto it. And then finally I saw this cool deal. I put some old batteries in here and I thought it wasn't working. Then I went and got some new ones and the shit's working pretty good. How you doing, Sammy T? Thanks for stopping by. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, and I still use the Tombo too. But dude, I got this for like $10 off TikTok, bro. That's with shipping. Look, and it came with all this. You get the fat ones and the little ones, you know? I'm gonna use up all the little ones, and then I'll start using the fat ones, and then I don't know. I don't know where to get the refills at, but I'm sure they got them somewhere on the internet, you know. But yeah, this is, dude. It was like 10 or 13, between 10 and $13 USD, you know. And it's smaller than the big motherfuckers I see all the time, you know. This one's pretty tiny, you know. But I think you should have this, then you should have like the regular Tombo, and then you should have a micro Tombo. I think you need all of them, you know. Everyone says, you know, I agree that like it's all about, it's not the artists, or it's the artist, not the tools. I agree with that, but I also believe that it is the tools as well, you know, because there's just certain things I can't pull off without the tools, man. I really can't. Like I need a ruler, right? I need the nice erasers too, bro. Like it really helps me out a lot. Especially when you're trying to get those those white cuts in there, you know. Or you really want to kind of do like some Frank Miller shit. John Sword, are you a fan of Frank Miller? Do you like Sin City and stuff like that? Are you into that shit? Oh, TikTok's pretty. It's popping too. You can make some. TikTok's good for artists. I'm gonna be doing more. I'm gonna be moving over there pretty soon too. I see tons and tons of artists on there, man. Tons. I think we need to go over there a little more. Yeah, the Norse style he did with Sin City is inspiring, and Jim Lee's Deathblow. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I love that too, man. Are you a fan of like Mike Mignola at all? Drawn Sword, do you like Mike Mignola at all? And forgive me if you've told me you were. Manila's, oh yeah, his style is harder than it looks. Yeah, dude, I know him, right? That was like the first kind of, like that was like the first style that I really kind of like pushed to try to go after. You know, probably when I was like 21, I think. But it was hard, dude. It was really hard, and I just couldn't. It wasn't. I couldn't organically pull it off. But I've kind of been like wanting to switch my style up to try to do something a little more simpler. But you try to do something like that, and it's not. But one guy I really like is Bruce Timm, man. I really like Bruce Timm's art style, especially like a lot of his. I don't know if are you a fan of Bruce Timm at all? Like I'm just now starting to see a lot of his work that's not from Batman. Just his, he's got a lot of really cool Conan stuff. I've seen a lot of that on Twitter. Next time I see it, man, I'm gonna save it because I like looking at it. Also, someone shared a Jack Kirby piece of art, of a Jack Kirby Conan piece. I had never seen a Jack Kirby Conan that I could remember, and I saved it. Like, wow, this is cool, so cool. It was so cool just seeing that Conan. Because what I noticed about like I really like Buscema style. That's like kind of like the real style I like, right? But I noticed with him, he had inkers for one, and then two, when he does do his work, he's fast, dude. He can just see it real quick. He knows where to drop the shadows. Doesn't take him forever to do it. But I guess because he's been grinding forever. We really got to grind as artists. We have to I don't think. I mean, obviously, I got to speak for myself, but I don't think we're putting in personally. I don't think we're putting in as many hours as a lot of these guys did back in the day, maybe. Because all of us work like we have real jobs, and those guys were in the bullpens most of the time, so they got tons more hours of experience, Like you really do have to just get in there and fucking draw. You have to draw everything. You really do. That's the only way you're gonna get better. You have to draw all the time. Bruce Timm, was he on Batman Black and White? I think Richard Friend showed a Batman Black and White by Tim someone. That was dope. He's, I mean, I don't know if you know, but he's the main guy, the main designer, the creator of Batman the Animated Series. So that whole style, that simplistic like Art Deco square jawed style, that's him. All the Justice League stuff, the Adventures of Superman, the Adventures of Batman and Robin, all those cartoons, Batman Beyond. That's Bruce Timm's style. So, yeah, it's just simplified, Someone was telling me too that like he really likes Bruce Timm's style, and he was saying that like if you can narrow down your style like Bruce Timm, like into a Bruce Timm, like if Bruce Timm did it, that you got something and it looks cool. You got like an iconic character design. I kind of believe that too. Oh, you guys, have you been watching that interview with Frank Miller and Zack Snyder? It's on YouTube right now. I've been watching it. It's almost 2 hours long. It's really cool. Oh, I like Richard Friend's. He has a great YouTube channel too, man. He's a fucking T-Rex, bro. I was still waiting for that. I think it was like Blaster Kid or something like that. It was supposed to come out. Blaster Kid. That book looked cool. The whole like inking style is like kind of gone. It feels like sometimes, like you can kind of to see like we've kind of moved into that digital inker style now. Okay. We'll do that for now. Probably gonna put the. I guess we could do that. A little bit of that, or maybe do that. Blaster Kid. Oh, okay. Cray. Right? That's supposed to be like this week. I think that's probably why all the info is getting dropped right now, huh? So San Diego Comic-Con. Supposed to be a bunch of Conan news coming too. I think there's going to be a little more about Conan the animated series. We'll see though. I was watching an interview with Eric Bana. Watching an interview with Eric Bana yesterday. I was thinking, damn, he would have probably made a good Conan back in the Hector days, in the Troy days. I think he probably would have been a good Conan the Barbarian. That Eric Bana. I really do. He got pretty buff for Troy. Brad Pitt got ripped. He got buff. And I was like, I'm thinking he would have been a pretty good Conan. He would look pretty cool. You know? Totally like right out of left field, Eric Bana. You know, looking at him now, I'm like, can he do the Cole thing? Maybe. You know? He's pretty tall too. The Path by Greg Broadmoor? No, what is that? Tell me more. Always put me up on game, bro. Draw Swords always put me up on game. It's like, you ever heard of Dead Gods? Like, no, what is that? Like, I think I heard of it, but always putting me up on the dope shit. Yeah, I do like Eric Bana though. I think he's a great actor. Like he's I think he's one of the greats that like we kind of just fuck him, like forget about him, you know, like he's my favorite Banner too, 100%. I like him more than Edward Norton and Ruffalo. Yeah. I want to put a gangster hat on these, but ideally I want these to be like gangsters that were kind of coming up out of the ground, you know, just for fun. Yeah, they weren't really buried with their stuff in their head, you know. Their hats, sorry. Stuff. One Path is a savage barbarian tribe story set in a primitive dinosaur world, fully painted by New Zealand Weta artists. Ooh, that sounds sick, dude. Yeah, I love the Weta artists, dude. That's why I got like a love-hate relationship with the Peter Jackson movies and all that shit, dude, you know? Like I love those Hobbit movies, bro. I fucking love them. I actually, in some ways, I like them more than the original trilogy. I know I'm in the minority, and I know that they shouldn't have been made, but I just I found joy in really watching those. Like, and I remember like I had my baby cooking in the oven, you know, like my first kid. She was like 1 month old, I think, or maybe 2 months. Yeah, we were watching The Hobbit. We went to Denny's and we got the Hobbit breakfast. Yes. And I have really good memories of the first movies, going and watching those on Christmas Day, the Lord of the Rings, with my brother and my father. That was great times. 2 volumes out with Mad Cave Comics. Oh shit, dude! I think you told me about that. One Path. So 2 volumes. Okay, good. I have to write that down. One Path. Yeah, there's something about Australia. Definitely going to be a big influence on my sword and sorcery, 100%. Thing is, I don't know if I'm gonna. The first story I'm gonna do, it's gonna be there. My first sword and sorcery story, it's gonna be set up in the mountains, in the snow and stuff like that. Kind of like in the pine. Kind of like it's gonna be like Samaria in a way. It'll be dark and kind of Scandinavian, cold forest, snowy foresty, like that. But then some of the forest is going to be very Carpathian-esque as well. I think. Look up YouTube interviews with Greg Broadmoor. Thanks, brother. I'm always looking for more inspiration. And right now I'm watching that interview with Miller. I want to get that book that Frank Miller put out. He talks about some of the ways that it's like autobiographical, but autobiographical, but it's also talks about some of the ways that he creates his art, some of the techniques he does. So. I'll do something kind of funky with this hand right here. See if I can do it. Kind of like that. I don't think that'll work. Yeah. Oh yeah, you checked that. Yeah, but Zack Snyder's funny, man. I do like Zack Snyder. Yeah, I like me some Zack Snyder. To go check out the his Star Wars, whatever is Zack Snyder Star Wars movies. I hear that the director's cuts are better than the regular one. And then his Batista zombie movie, I hear that's pretty good. I heard that they put the villain from John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. I hear he's like the main zombie villain in there. Like, that's pretty cool. So, just kind of zombied out, man. It's got to be like something original, you know? Something really cool. I have a zombie story I want to do too, but it's something a little different. It's just it's really a tired subgenre of horror. The Shipwright, bro. The Shipwright. Dead Gods. That's crazy. That dude worked on a bunch of video games, huh? Like Diablo and stuff. I think Dead Gods would make an awesome movie, man. Or a TV show. In some ways, I like TV shows more, and then sometimes I like movies more. Just got to be really proper, I guess. I never even finished the new Daredevil, man. I never finished the new season of the Daredevil. I just kind of stopped. It's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know. For seeing like Karen Page get all badass, you know. I don't know why. It just felt weird. I know it's a comic book movie and it's in the same universe of like gods and whatnot, but I don't know. I think that she should have got like some type of like serum or something. She got all like uber badass. Just felt kind of off, you know. I think it's just better. She should be a damsel, personally. You need your damsels. You need your damsels. They can't all be heroes. I'll go back and watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch some of the woke Marvel shit. Not all of it, but I'll watch a little bit of it. I want to check out Shang-Chi. That one looked like it had potential. Shang-Chi looked like something I would watch because I like Chinese mysticism stuff. Like, I love Big Trouble in Little China. I love that movie growing up. I watched that movie so many times. Dead Gods is probably already enough for a book. He will most likely make it fat ass though. Okay, good. I wonder if he's gonna do like a picture book, you know, where there's not much dialogue. I think that's how that other book he has that he's selling on his website. I think it's kind of not, you know, there's no dialogue in it. Like with Hell War, I didn't write a lot of dialogue either. I was trying to do a lot of like. I'm really into like less dialogue, dude. And I love me some dialogue. That's like one of the things. Another thing I love about Frank Miller, I love his internal monologue with his characters, you know. But with Hell War, man, he's just not like that. He'll do a little. He does a little bit in the book, not much. Maybe one time you'll get a little external monologue from him. It's just the way the character is. but I went back and I wrote some more dialogue, some more jokes and things like that. It's just a fun book. Let's see, you can imagine the black matter will be all the concept art. Oh, okay, yeah. There's so much. It kind of reminds me of like the '90s like animation. You know, it reminds me of like Gods of Egypt. That style of animation. A little bit. Did I say Gods of Egypt? I meant Prince of Egypt. The one with Val Kilmer. At DreamWorks. That arm's a little distracting. I'm going to move that out of the way. It's cool how he develops characters and themes, etc. out of minimal source, but it's believable and cool looking combined. Oh, yeah, definitely. You can tell he's been on his game for a long time. see here. How many beatdown pieces have you done? Oof. Maybe like somewhere around 10 or so. Yeah, I've done quite a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing some Solomon Kane next month, I think. That'll be fun. I was saying that I kind of want to treat the summer to like pulp stuff, you know, like the Shadow, Conan, Solomon Kane, because and also they're like their their holidays fall in the summer, dude. So I'm like, yeah, I could kind of revisit these guys every year and try to do something better if it's in the cards, and I could do it. Like if I'm not doing anything else, you know. Now I could try to see where I'm at every year, you know. See if I got better or worse or. Kind of check in on myself. Yeah, it might be more than that. I have to go back and see. Might even be like a dozen. Because I've been doing it for about a year now, I think. Or over a year. Yeah, now that you mention it. Done a lot. This thing's kind of cool, man. It's like my first time really using it, you know? This electric one. There we go. Oh, Tim Sale. Oh yeah, from like Long Halloween. Yeah, I got that book. Yeah, that was a big inspiration on like The Dark Knight, the Nolan movie. I'm not a real big fan of Tim Sale's artwork. Not really my thing, but I can see how some people like it, you know. This dude's getting out of the ground. I'm going to probably have him kind of coming out of the ground right here. Erase his legs right there, so it looks like he's coming up out of the dirt, you know. Maybe about like right there. Old Splat. You know what? I just basically kind of learned about him, Splat, like I think over the last year or two. I really like his artwork a lot. But I didn't know, you know, I don't even know who Al Williams is. Buscema is for sure, Bisley for sure. But yeah, definitely Platt. Yeah. I don't even own that many of his books, and I like just look at his art and marvel at it. I see he's still around. He is still putting out artwork, but his stuff looks great. It's a little more like kind of like Finch, but I like his old '90s stuff. That's what I'm after, you know. Really, I'm after exaggeration, you know. A lot of those veins and big arms, and I think that's fun. I think a lot of people are into that stuff. I'll have to check out Al Williams though. Yeah, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, man. But yeah, I mean, I just love art. I like comic art from all the eras, you know. I love every single era of comic book art. All of it. It's so fucking cool. I like Will Eisner too. I like what he does with like he's great. I want to go and get a lot of his Spirit stuff. I love how he incorporates the title and everything and into the comic. I'm trying to do that with the chapters for King Crom. For my King Crom. Oh, he did Star Wars, Al Williamson. Yeah, I can't really do that though with Crom. I'm doing it a little bit, but it's not coming out like Will Eisner. But it's definitely yeah, I like that. How's your Viking book coming along, man? I was trying to look for the fingers. I always like my fingers kind of moving around, you know, like creepy, like a creep. I'd like to do a Solomon Grundy comic too. I think that character would be fun. I actually came up with a Batman story like 10 years ago, and Solomon Grundy's in there. He's a big character in it. It's a nod to Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan's Nightfall. Yeah, Bane's in there. I think a lot of people, a lot of guys in comics have a Batman story. Oh, okay, right here, John Sword Graphics. I'm inking the last page for Canuck right now between typing. First part, 24 pages. Fuck yeah, dude. It's awesome. I gotta scoop up your Scoundrel's Dread still, man. I haven't got it yet. I'm gonna go and see if Bruegel's got any more up on his site. Need to get that book. Start putting out more books, you know. I don't know how it is in New Zealand, but I think that the more comics we have, the more graphic novels, the more concept art books, the better, dude. You know, we just got to find a good printer that's affordable, right? I'm working on that right now. Cleaning my eraser. This shit got dirty, dude. Still gotta clean it though. I just wipe it. It was my birthday a couple weeks ago. I got some of this whiskey. It's pretty good. It's called Tin Cup. Get a little drink of that real quick. Be right back. Hey guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a Canuck, dude. That's gonna be badass. I have to do some fan art of that. I'll do some fan art of the Canuck. They're pretty dope. Promote your book, you know, when it launches. Do some fan art. Let people. I'll drop the link so people can come and pick it up. You're always welcome to come on the show too. I'll put on a barbarian brunch for you when it launches. I haven't been doing barbarian brunch lately though because my schedule's been all over the place, bro. Every single day I get off at a different time for 3 weeks, dude. So it's like, and then all this stuff's going on with with summer. So I'm having to do a lot more family stuff. So it's hard to like commit to a time, and even my live streams, man, I can't even come on at the same time. But yeah, Drawn Sword, if you're still there, man. We're gonna have to do a little bit better right here. See if we can get some ribs in there. The ribs. And the shadow, he's coming. He's kind of like what I want. He's like about 80% there, like in the face. Yeah. I don't know if I want his eyes lit up. There you go. The horror, man. He was fucking. Didn't even look scary. Yeah, and this right here goes out to Lorenzo Sleestack. He was a big promoter. He just passed away. He passed away, as far as I know, today or yesterday. And Lorenzo, he was a big supporter of BATT MURK in the channel. He always shared out my links, and never knew who he was or she was, but I know that he or she was around, tweeting and retweeting my book, my art, my books for my streams for at least 5 to 10 years, something like that. But this goes out to you. Rest in power, Lorenzo. Oh, you got a coffee, brother? Yeah, I was gonna say, man. You're welcome to come on the show if you want to promote your book. When it launches, or when it's available, however you're gonna whatever your strategy is for that. So you're more than welcome to come on and promote it on Barbarian Brunch. And yeah, I'd like to do some fan art of it too. I could promote it that way for you as well. I'll drop the link in the chat. You can drop it too if you're in the chat or whatever, however we're doing it. But yeah, I think that's important. You know, you got to celebrate these wins, these books. You know, got to promote them. We got that right there. Oh, I'm gonna get in there with try to get in there with the electric one a little bit. It's a little harder. Let's try this out. See, thanks. No idea how I would distribute to the U.S. though. With shipping costs, we'll have to find out. I may wait until second or third book to export, unless a non-expensive way opens up. Oh, okay, cool. For sure, man. Yeah, there's got to be something. Are you going to put it out digitally first, or you going to put out your book on digital? Is that the plan, maybe? There's the whole like there's that whole like Lulu thing too, you know. That's one way of doing it. Digital. Pirate ship is pretty cheap. That's the one cool thing about like Kickstarters and stuff is that like you can kind of get everything done and shipped out at once, you know, and then have like extras for your store or whatnot, or however you're gonna do it, you know. These ribs are kind of ass, but I'm going to use them anyway. Kind of gets the point across, and then I'll definitely add some more stuff to it. Let's see here. Wasn't cheap to the 25 Scoundrels Dread to Kurt. That paper's heavy though, quality. I will do it cheap old school on the library photocopier. Oh yeah, you can do that too. It's heavy quality. That's a heavier thing. I'll see what's up, man. I'll look into it, see if I can find a printer with, you know, with thinner paper. The printer that I was going through, it doubled in cost, dude, for Hell War. I found a new printer now. I'm working with them right now. We'll see how once everything's said and done. Do you know what I'm saying? Once I got the books in hand, we'll see what's up, bro. Maybe you might want to try them out. You know. Hey, what's up, Saboteur? I was just talking to Lynn right now, man. Got my book over there right now. And got like one edit from her. She's on vacation at the moment. But everything's kind of moving ahead. She said there might be some changes to one of the other books. I had some of the letters that were off, so I'm yeah, gonna be doing that. Hopefully everything works out with her and that, you know. She's already doing a bunch of stuff, and she hasn't even pre-press stuff. She hasn't even charged me anything yet, dude. She's already like fucking, you know. She's coming at me full homie mode, you know. She's been hella cool. Everything's just going a little too nice. Everything's just going like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to jinx it, you know. But I've been praying and hoping everything will work out with the print. And if it does, then we're going to have something extraordinary. I think it's going to help out a lot of people. You know? Me, you, our boy Drawn Sword. And then we can start putting out building up our body of work, you know. Oh, okay, check the PDF. Okay. For sure. Yeah, because I'd sent them just all the files all in yeah. I had to switch everything from RGB over to CMYK. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I sent everything in RGB, so I had to go and change like 118 pages. It took forever. And then she went on vacation, so now she's kind of back. She sent me some stuff like an hour ago. I told her, okay, cool, I'm going to have this fixed by tomorrow. And she said, I might have some more stuff for you. Oh, no, it's all good, brother. You never know, you know what I mean? you never know, like what if people want RGB or what. Do you know if it is she digital or is she was it offset? Okay, offset. Fuck yeah, brother. I was hoping it'd be offset, dude. That'd be sick. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm really excited about that, man. Because like I was saying, dude, we could start really building up our body of work, you know? We just do our best. A lot of us are just starting out, dude. Our shit's not going to be fucking perfect, but we need to put out our bodies of work, man. We need to start building our shit up, you know? That's like the long game. Like when I hear people that have been in comics and they're successful, you know, older cats, younger cats that have a lot of work put out, like a lot of product, basically, is that you just got to stay in the game, dude. You just got to produce stuff and basically print it. You know, you have to be able to keep printing stuff. Your work, your bodies of work. So if you do that, you know, you're going to get better and you're going to need stuff, you know. You're going to need product. Yeah, full drums. the big books. Yeah, I mean, I want to do I do want to do like the magazine size format though, man. I think that's really cool, and I don't think it'll, you know, it's not going to really be. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe I will go back to the smaller format. I think there might be like a middle ground, you know, for like a magazine size, kind of like with the Atlantean, what Russ is doing. I kind of want to do something like that, about 50 pages, big size, cream paper, you know. We'll see. It's like definitely gonna have to be a few conversations, because I just love that, bro. I love that old school like magazine format from like back in the, like, you know, the 70s, dude, and 80s. And ideally, we want to do that without having to do like a big campaign, bro, you know, and having to raise a whole lot of money, right? I think it's kind of important to do campaigns in a way. I mean, they're annoying, but I'm starting to figure it out. Like you don't want to do like a whole 60 days like I did. You want to do like a smaller amount, and you want to find a good way to print it. And yeah, it just loses momentum. You know, I was talking to some other guys. They're talking about campaigns lasting like 2 weeks. You know, 4 weeks. Like, oh fuck, 2 weeks. Wow, okay. But it's understandable. You know, like if I have you know, usually around like springtime, that's when I get my tax return, you know, so I'll have more money to buy stuff like campaigns and things like that. And the thing is, it's like if a bunch of books come out, you know, like my homies will put some stuff out, and then there'll be some new stuff that comes out. Probably whatever date is the furthest out, I'm gonna get that book last, you know. I'm gonna buy the one that's like, oh, this book's closing in 2 weeks, I better buy that one. Do you know what I mean? It's that sense of urgency. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm definitely gonna only put my books out for a month next time. And it just really it just creates a big fucking swell, bro, a big hype wave of your book, dude. Really, because it's only 28 days. What, 28 days? Yeah, only 28 days, and you're gonna jump on shows. You're gonna be like in the ether of YouTube and Instagram for those 28 days, or 2 weeks, however you want to do it. Maybe 3 weeks. We'll see. And the landscape has changed. It used to be where you would launch a book for 30 days and you'd be like, all right, guys, we're going to close down the campaign. And then like we're going to go another 30 days. And, you know, most of the people I knew, we would do that on Indiegogo, and we did, you know, like 100 people did that. And that was the whole thing. Everybody knew that, you know. But now I'm just like, fuck the bullshit. I'll go 60 days, you know. Maybe my whole thing was like, some people aren't going to have money right off the bat, but they might have it like, you know, later on. But the thing is, it's like most people, most of the time, they're going to have the money within, you know, 40 days. You know, like that 5th or 6th week ain't really going to matter. You know, if they really want it, they're probably going to find a way to, like, you know, hit the piggy bank or take some cans in, you know, and do it. So, Drawn Sword Graphics collections too, from a 4-book series in time by demand. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that'd be that. Yeah, totally, dude. Right now I'm drawing the Shadow, man. I wanted to draw the Shadow, like kind of like a giant size version of him, really like terrifying, really playing up on his kind of his magic side. just scaring the criminals, and then I wanted him to be like some dead gangsters, you know? They're coming up out of the ground, and he's inside of a cemetery. I haven't seen the Shadow like that too much, and the Shadow, his anniversary is coming up at the end of the month, and there hasn't been a Shadow Day, right? So my fucking stupid dumbass last year was like, I'm going to start a Shadow Day, you know? Because no one was doing it. And I feel like he's he's an important character, and I think people should remember him. So I said, okay, I'll fucking do it. I did the same thing with Solomon Kane, you know? So like at the end of July, it's the anniversary of the Shadow, and then at the end of August, it's the anniversary of Solomon Kane. So every year I'm going to try to do a piece by both those mofos, you know? And then summer, I'm trying to devote the summer months to pulp figures, you know? There's so many, dude. There's so many. I want to do like Al Merrick. I want to do John Carter. I want to do Tarzan. Always want to do Conan. Let's see. I think John Sabator. I think when you have a good printer too, you can have the extras, so you'll have excess to sell. Yes, that is that has to be part of the business strategy for our art. We have to print enough for the campaign, and we have to print even more for the aftermarket campaign. We need like at least 4 times the amount, I think, you know. So if you're gonna print like 100, you're gonna need probably another 300 to 400 to sell. That your body of work, you know. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's perfect. You know, 300 for Tommy. Fuck yeah, dude. You know. Yeah. And your book's cool, man. You got something original. You know what I mean? And it's a good time, bro. It's a good time that you have that book out. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if one day someone, a fucking producer, hits you up for that shit. Once you start doing your Hollywood producer, I mean, once you start doing cons and shit, because horror's big now. I was talking about that earlier. We were in the superhero phase. Now we're in the fucking indie YouTuber influencer horror stage. It is what it is. We're in that now, you know. So I'm saying Marvel needs to capitalize more on Blade, Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night, Man Thing, that type of shit, you know. Horror in general is going to be fucking huge for the next 20 years. And Hollywood, they just make money on horror. They just flip money, dude. You know, no matter what. And they love making horror movies. So if they go after the fucking talent, bro, the people that are actually putting out their blood, sweat, and tears into the work, to actually go to the cons and hit up that all you gotta do is go to the alley, you know, and look for some cool horror. Boom, you got yourself a fucking horror movie right there, you know. You know, but I think it's cool. Saw the Evil Dead. It was trash, but the werewolf looked hot as hell. There was a werewolf in it? What the fuck? Are you serious? Oh shit! There was a werewolf in it? Are you serious? Now you have my attention. No, there was no werewolf in that movie, bro. I feel like the universe is telling me, oh, the movie coming up? Which movie? What movie are you talking about? Which werewolf movie? Oh, are you talking about the, God dang it. Are you talking about Devour? Is that the movie you're talking about? I think it's Devour. That movie looks sick, bro. I've been throwing the bro around a lot. Bro. I think it's Devour, the one with the metal band of the werewolf vampire ladies. That looks so good. If it's Devour, I think that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I felt kind of weird about the new Evil Dead. I didn't. Werewolf. Yeah. No, dude. I think it's Devour. I think that's the movie, dude. If you haven't seen the Devour trailer, go check it out, man. Go check it out. And they say there's a werewolf transformation scene in there that rivals an American Werewolf in London. Yeah, I'm planning to go see Werewolf after Presents and Cinnabons, or not Cinnabon, cinnamon rolls and bacon. Every Christmas morning I make Cinnabons or cinnamon rolls and bacon. Yep. And I'm down to go see a movie. It's fun too, because then you're just kind of chilling. Usually you go to the in-laws and eat dinner at the in-laws. Some people do, you know. Just kind of you wake up, you open your presents, you make breakfast, then you go you're kind of waiting around till till dinner time to go eat at the in-laws' house, and the kids are playing with their toys. But during that little intermission period of waiting to go to the in-laws to eat dinner, that's when I want to go see Werewolf. That's when I want to, you know. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. Is that the one, the lady that's like floating up in the air? I think that's what you're talking about, huh? The pagan werewolf lady, right? Yeah, super grainy. He put like some like type of weird thing in the like salt or glass or something like that into the camera, dude, or something like that. I feel like the universe is telling me, like, Matt, you got to make a movie. I don't know what it is, man. I'm just getting all these like signs. It's like, how am I going to make a movie? I don't have any money. I want to make a barbarian horror movie. I think that'd be cool. Something scary, you know what I mean? Really, real sword and sorcery, but scary. Let's see here. Super want to make a movie. I was telling my daughter if I had the Evil Dead franchise, I'd tear it up. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do, a barbarian horror movie, something like Beastmaster, but with but more of a horror lean. Like if you're thinking about like Conan, like something like the Slithering Shadow, something like that. That story where he's fighting that beast that's going around eating all the drugged out people in the town. That Lovecraftian cockroach type frog. It's got a stinger and it's fucking crazy. He almost dies. It's kind of one of the most important stories in the Conan canon, I think. I like it a lot. Yeah, I definitely don't want to make a barbarian. Like that's gonna be I want to film it out here in California too. It would definitely look like the Beastmaster, same set, like same type of backdrops and stuff. I want to film it out in like Riverside or something. I'm like, damn, I could probably get my homie, dude. He kind of looks like Conan a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, dude, you want to go make a movie? He's all buff and stuff. Give him a sword. Huh, that'd be pretty cool. I just know that with movies, you need to you gotta have, if you're gonna have people working for you for free, you gotta show up with food, man, like the bomb food, like some homemade gourmet, you know, homemade gourmet, and you're gonna have to make it, and you're gonna have to plan it out. I'll probably just be doing a lot of I'll be grilling a lot of chicken, stuff like that. Let's see here. Do you know that company? Crap, let me look them up. They bought a bunch of land in the desert. I want to say Salton Sea. Huh. I remember the movie with, was it D'Onofrio and Val Kilmer? Crazy. Yeah, there's just like certain spots that really like kind of look like Beastmaster out here. You know, like where the pyramid in Beastmaster is. I'm like, oh fuck. Like out in Corona, dude, out in Riverside out here. Like there's some spots, dude, where you can really Oat Studio. Yeah. Thing is though, you really gotta get that lead actor, you know. For me, I have to get that lead. Like the lead, and then I gotta get a prop guy, get a prop lady or prop guy that's gonna build some monsters. I gotta have my monsters, dude. You know. like Deathstalker. I don't know if you've seen the new Deathstalker. I really love that movie in some ways, and in some ways, like they kind of needed some boobs in there. To be honest, you got to have the boobs in there for the sword and sorcery. Do you live far from any canyons? Amazing seeing a few pictograph hunter YouTube vids. I live pretty. I mean, I could probably drive places, dude, because I live in Southern California. Everything's like 10 hours from here. Like I could drive up probably to Utah or like, you know, New Mexico. I'm sure they got some nice stuff out there. I'd probably do that though if I was making the movie. That'd be a. But the thing is, you got to really capture that, right? There is something. I would say you can make it over a couple years, like they did with Evil Dead. That movie took 3 years to make. I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to capture something like in the maybe within like a 6-month shoot or something like that, you know. But I want it planned out. So if we're gonna shoot most of the stuff in Riverside, and then we go out to like, I don't know, maybe we go to like New Mexico or Utah or something. We're gonna film that there, and then just have everything lined up, you know. 3D horror short called Good Dash. You may dig. Oh, okay. There's a movie called Headhunter. Have you guys seen that one? That 1 hour Headhunter movie, that Monster Hunter movie? I never watched it. I always wanted to, but I never did. So I remember seeing the trailer, and I never got around to watching the movie, you know. Thanks for hitting the like, dude. I appreciate that. This guy just is not there. He is not there. What I want. I want that fold in the hat. Yep, I'm gonna do that. He's almost there. He's like 80% of there of my shadow is. He's not there though. It's always next year though. He's getting there though. Like he's more so there than he was last year too. I would like to do an old school gangster pulp movie too. Like I would like to do a Shadow movie, or the pulp or the Phantom. Shadow would be ideal though. Headhunter. I think it might have been Headhunter or Monster Hunter. Let's see. I got the DVD. It's black and white and had a funny ass ending. Huh. Yeah, the one I'm talking about, it's like a dude with a helmet, and he's got a beard, a black beard. I think it's an hour long. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get rid of these legs too. I want to make it more phantasmagorical. Yeah. It's kind of there. It's kind of there. Yeah, Viking helmet and beard. It's in black and white, huh? Because the one I seen was in color. At least the trailer I saw. Yeah, he's got like that Viking mask. Looks pretty dope, dude. Did you guys read Bloodrick? I think that guy's working on the second book now. Saw him over on the Instagram. Horror movies are going to be big though, man, for the next few years. They will be. They will be looking at for new ideas too. You know, especially on YouTube, because that's where a lot of those was it back rooms and obsession was born. Was born through YouTubers or YouTube somehow. So. That's the one. 2019. I see it was in color. Two Minds B&W. I don't know if the ending was meant to be funny though. Let's see. Sab Comics. Is that where Backrooms comes from? I've been playing them at night and wondering what the hell it is. Yeah, right. The guys in chimp suits walking around. Yeah, yeah. I think both those guys were YouTubers or something like that. The guy's 21 though. They're both really young guys. And from my understanding, like Backrooms and Obsessions, they're both not like that great. I hear they're good horror movies, but they're not like reinventing the wheel or anything. You know, the main takeaway is that they're bringing in the younger audience. I think and the younger audience they need things that are like that's mine, that's my generation. You know what I mean? That's my Dark Knight. That's my Evil Dead. That's my Backrooms. They want ownership of their kind of whether they know that's what's going on, but that's just kind of how it is. Every generation kind of needs their shit. So I think that's the main reason why like a lot of these cats are going to the theater. For the most part. Shit, my phone's dying, guys. That sucks. I wanted to draw some more, but I got like 5%. I'm gonna try to jump on here tomorrow too. Hopefully in the morning, man. But I gotta finish some edits for the pre-press and a bunch of other jazz. I appreciate you guys stopping by though, man. Thanks, man. I will definitely hit you up, brother. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I sent her all JPEGs. They're all CMYK. I had it all like in a file folder so far. I think it's gonna be good. But like you said, you know, wait till they because I also have a variant cover. So I sent her a variant cover like in another file. So then she asked me, she's like, "This is just the one cover for the da da da." I'm like, "Yep." She's like, "Oh, okay." So far it seems like everything's going pretty good, you know. But we'll see. But it's dope. I'm really excited. Really excited. But yeah, it was cool hanging out with you guys, man. I hope you guys have an awesome awesome Monday and an awesome week. If I don't see you, you guys take care. Always remember to be bold, be brave, and roll the bones to know your role. I'll see you guys next time. And remember, if the artist isn't starving, then the artist isn't hungry. Later, dudes.